Hopefully, the audio levels are fine. We do have,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Alright, like I said, let's just go down the list. Let's introduce ourselves so everybody knows. What's up, guys? CT, I'm the Eagles, one of the commissioners of the league.
And I'm Derek, DKirk12, Cardinals, aka Back of the Bus.
You didn't give us an order. You just
I
kind of
did actually
started
give
going.
an
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
Did you?
What's up? I'm Damo.
I didn't. I was not
99.
listening.
And
I
then
am the
Moby.
Colts. Way back in the bus.
Way back of the bus.
You're behind the bus.
You're being dragged along. Oh, there's a guy in front of me. Two guys in front of me.
I'm right behind you.
So who's next?
Someone's killing somebody.
Damn.
You turn down the volume. You guys are hearing World War
We
III
got,
coming
we got a war going on in the
Yeah.
background.
up. Just finish up. Oh, no.
Well, I'm throw better. I'm Nick. I'm the Ravens.
Yeah, and I'm King, aka Moby. Apparently, on the people.
Moby!
Moby, my boy Moby.
I want to point something out here. Looking through this stuff, it's pretty interesting to me who the two easiest strength of schedules is out of all the teams
Alright, we've been talking about
in this
that.
league.
So let's just go ahead and dive right into that.
Yeah,
It's
let's
pretty
go.
interesting to me.
Alright, where is it?
Actually, hold on. Wait.
Thank you.
Oh, no, wait. I think it is the two lowest. Jets are close with -76.
What the weakest? Okay, so what everyone's looking at now, Data Leagues has a strength of schedule tab, and it goes through and sorts whoever has the weakest to the toughest schedule. Negative numbers are the weakest. Positive numbers, obviously, the toughest. So there's no question that Big Trey's got 79 with the weakest schedule.
Damn.
He's not the weakest. There's one that's
Who's the
10 points
weakest?
weaker than anybody else in the entire league.
Who's the weakest?
There's one with 10 points weakest at a whopping -89.209.
That's great.
and that's the Patriots.
That's Moby.
me.
That's
So
fantastic.
I find it interesting that the Bears and the Patriots have the two easiest strength of schedules in this entire league.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Two that have been going back and forth. But interesting also is that the 49ers has -52, so they have a really weak schedule as well.
All right, who's been talking? Loco's been talking trash. What was his? Redskins. 49.
-48. Yeah.
Negative 49.
Negative?
Negative 49.
That's pretty weak. But look,
I mean, you go through it.
yours is third. It's 29. So yours is 29. I mean, I know that you lost to the 49ers twice, but still, yours is 29 compared to the 49ers is -52. And the thing is,
Shit,
the
you're
thing
right.
is about this, I think, is that it's all based on standings from last year in the actual NFL. So next year it'll probably be more accurate in terms of scheduling because you're playing against the best people.
I didn't know it took that into account.
Well, it's got the
Yeah,
Seahawks.
well,
at
do you guys know how
-10. They should be like -50.
Well, do you guys know how NFL scheduling works? CT, do you know how it works?
Yeah, you play the two divisions, then you play. If like you're the division winner from the previous year, you always play the other leaders, the other number ones, and then so forth.
Well, yeah, you play 2 games against each player in your division, so that's 6, and then 2 other divisions, so that's 8 plus 6 is 14. And you throw in the 2 people that finished in the same spot as you in the other 2 divisions in your conference that you didn't play, and those are the 2 other people that you play.
Gotcha. And then you go look through you definitely see like real tough division is definitely the AFC West, because look at the Chargers 97, Chiefs 79. Where's the Raiders? Raiders 53. Who's the other team? Broncos 89. They're all over 50 for strength of schedule. So it shows that division's pretty tough. I don't know what any punching bag divisions. Apparently the NFC East
Sorry,
is a
it
punching
was
bag
cold.
division.
There's two weaker divisions. That's the is it NFC East? No,
AFC
you're in the NFC
AFC
East.
South.
AFC. I think it's both the South.
AFC.
Here, let's go look.
It's the one.
NFC South also. NFC South has 3 teams. Well, 2 teams are 1-6, and 1 team is 0-7 in the NFC South.
Jesus. Okay, so I think my division's pretty decent. I play against the Steelers guy. He's good competition. Browns guy. See, the thing about the Browns is his offensive line is so good that he actually puts up a good fight against people because even if he's not as good as them, because he just run the ball all over you. Got like massive holes in the offensive line.
He's got 3 home wins. Browntown.
The Bengals are also pretty good.
Is that our boy that went 5 offensive linemen?
Yes.
Off the bat?
Yeah. Yeah.
He literally went
He's
straight
got
off
Ronald
the line.
Jones.
And
He's
then
leading the rushing by like tons of yards.
we can
He
go
went
into
smart.
the stat leaders.
Like, I feel like if he was a little bit better and he had a little bit better running back, he would be able to like just kill people with the offensive line because it was tough trying to stop him.
we got to figure out about these Titans. It's the only thing holding up that
Well,
AFC South.
well, yeah, the AFC South is interesting because like the Colts had a couple forced losses and well, had a lot because the guy didn't have an internet connection at first. And then the Texans, you know, he obviously quit, and it seems like this guy might be pretty good. And then whoever takes over the Titans, so it could be a decent division.
It's up for air, Dom. You're gonna have to 9 and
Oh
7.
man, we
9 and
we
7.
getting on the road. That made some trades. I just got to get some offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one weak point. But your D line's really good, which is something that's important in this Madden.
Them and the Rams.
Same with
Yeah.
the Cardinals.
Dom's D-line is nasty. Whoever drafted that team drafted like all really fast, tall pass rushers.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at first was McKinley or Hunter, both really good pass rushers, and then Lawrence is great too.
Who was that young guy too, Dom? That was like the sleeper guy. I didn't know that until I was looking at your team. Let me look.
What is Lorenzo Carter?
I think that's the one. I think that's the one. Your Colts, right?
Let me look.
We gotta go look at this one player.
I'm gonna stop the podcast. We've got one
Yeah.
player to look at.
Oh, wait.
I'm
All right,
I'm
cool.
curious
Thank
to
you,
see him.
Logo.
I want to say it's Carter. I think it's his right outside my
Lorenzo Carter, 75 overall, 22 years old, 88 speed. Was he originally a defensive end?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Who are we
I
talking
think-
about?
He's
I'll go look
he's
now.
fast, Lorenzo Carter. He's fast once he gets off the line, but it looks like he might have a little bit issue getting off the line at first. But then again, a lot of teams have shitty offensive lines, so
Yeah, that's a weak point in most people's teams. 6'5", 88 speed. I
I think he's
love
got
it.
good acceleration too. Why can't I see that? Is he right end?
He's
not
a
depth
right
chart,
end.
that's why.
yeah, he's a right.
he's
end.
a right end, but
It's so funny. Everybody has all the same generic faces.
They've updated a few people.
See if I get lucky. Oh, it's got
So
no shit
so
on
you know,
No.
I
Oh, we gotta.
my
no,
last few picks that we simmed.
we're gonna keep going on topic.
What?
We're not getting off the topic. We're gonna keep doing
No,
standings.
no, no. This
right
is
now.
this is about. Oh, I was gonna say this is another player.
No, we're getting off topic. We're at the AFC East.
Tangent King.
We're at the AFC East.
Yeah, Moby's division.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of years, I think the Jets are gonna be really good. He's got a nice
Yeah, I
young
can
team.
see that.
Have you
Yeah, I
played
mean,
him,
we're gonna have.
Moby? My boy.
I don't think they've played yet. No, they play. They play twice in the last 6 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Who'd
he
you-
had Rose. I like the Jets team. He kept swooping me a bunch of times in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
What's
got
going on?
a nice team. I think he's kind of in the same boat as you. I was saying that too. He's kind of in the same boat as you, where you kind of have like a really young team. You just got to give it some time to get better.
Yeah, get these guys to develop the way they hopefully could.
Oh, he got that guy, Kiki Kuti. I like that guy.
I have a young offense, honestly. Carson Wentz, and Saquon Barkley, and Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got Barkley.
Yeah, you got, but you. I don't even know you got Diggs. He's their freaking Tyler Lockett so damn much.
Yeah.
No, he was like, I use my slot receivers a lot, and Tyler Lockett was at the slot because Diggs and Fitzgerald were on the outside. I traded Fitzgerald, now Lockett's on the outside. So Humphreys might have a career year.
Your career year. I'm kind of the same way. Like Robbie Anderson plays on my slot because he's the fastest.
Why did you?
And then I had T.Y. Hilton, and now I have Landry.
I forgot that you put Navarro Bowman at left end. What's the strategy behind this one?
That might change because I'm in the process of trying to acquire another D lineman.
Gotcha.
So it might change.
You're in the
Gotcha.
process of trying to acquire.
Not with anyone. I guess someone a flyer out of left field.
Hey, it looks like that Carter is available on Dom's team. He's not even on the depth chart.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm open for discussion.
Well, that'd be cool. We're gonna have like a trade negotiation part of the podcast. It's a hammer down. All right, so what's after the AFC East?
Well, the thing about the AFC East is we just got a new guy, and then there's going to be another new guy. Put out another recruiting post, so see if someone contacts me. That Dolphins team is really good. They're just really old.
A couple teams.
That's
are like
kind of how some of the teams are.
Big Trey's team is
Yeah.
fucking ancient. I don't
Yeah,
know
the
what I don't know what he's gonna do after Breeze retires. I guess
I don't know. Have you seen his games though? Le'Veon is going off. It's ridiculous.
You're right. Good suggestions.
I think I
I mean,
stopped
he's going off.
Le'Veon, though.
Maybe I don't remember what happened in your game.
Let me see.
Besides, he
Through 5 picks.
He run the fake screen wheel.
Yeah. Le'Veon had 43 yards and a touchdown. He had 3.1 yards a carry versus my team.
Not too bad.
Le'Veon. All right, let's move on to the AFC West. We got Raiders, Broncos. Oh yeah, this is the tough division. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out of this. It's really tight. They're all over 500.
Yeah, the West is good. They've just been beating up on each other. I think that's why the records aren't that great.
I wonder if most of
Like,
their
they've all beat.
curious. Most of their games in the first 9 weeks have been against each other.
I don't know. The Raiders got exposed though this week against. I mean, I
They
guess
did.
everybody kind of got exposed against the 49ers. I have to play against the Raiders guy though, so.
I don't know, man. I definitely didn't get exposed. I dominated the Niners.
Did you? I think you did. Looking at the recap, that was a pretty nice scoreline. You know, of all the people that would get blown out that bad, I didn't think
Dude,
you would get blown out that bad.
It was one of those, like, one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong type thing. He just shut down my run, forced me to pass.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. He was good at shutting down your run.
You're gonna have to ask Loco for some tips.
Yeah, for real, dude. Like, hey, dude, my boy, help me out. Yeah. I mean, that Niners. I mean, I'll be hard pressed to find anyone to beat him this year. I mean, I think he has been. He's lost. Was it a sim or did someone beat him straight up?
Chargers.
Chargers beat him. Okay, well, Chargers is pretty good.
2062.
Damn,
Was that a
dude.
sim or was that a?
They played it.
Damn.
Man, who's bumping out trades in the middle of the
Yeah, that's me.
podcast?
That's me.
Oh, I'm not even looking on
Excuse
Slack.
Who's pushing through trades?
Hey, you're pushing
All right,
trades.
there you go. I'll vote on that in a little bit. Did you post this?
I didn't post anything. All right. So
No,
I
you
think
did
we all can agree that the. Oh yeah, I was looking through everyone's schedule. I saw the Broncos played 3 division games in the first 9 weeks. 1, 2. So the Chargers played 2. Chiefs 1, 2, 3. So it's probably 2-2 or 2-2, 3-3. Don't feel like scrolling down to see the Raiders. Alright, I think we're in the NFC after that.
The NFC?
Yes. Alright, NFC North. Oh,
The
we don't,
mighty
need to,
NFC.
we don't need to talk about this division.
The thing is, though, like, okay. Oh, the NFC North? Oh, I thought okay, never mind. The NFC, yeah.
We don't need to
That's
talk
already
about this
settled.
division. It's been settled once the league was created. Oh yeah, the NFC South. That's actually going to be interesting. we might have another below sub 500 team make it to the playoffs. See what the Saints could do. But
Or can't.
Yeah, it just, yeah, I look, okay, so I'm, as like one of the commissioners, I don't know how to talk about teams that I don't think are very good because I feel like an ass if I just say they're shit.
no,
So,
yeah,
I mean, Saints is on a 4-game losing streak right now.
that's
yeah, well, he had like 2 sim losses because the guy that was the Saints before, he's a really good player, but he kept losing. Like, he'd lost like twice in a row or 3 times in a row against the Redskins and then myself, and he rage quit both times. We couldn't keep him in there, so now we had to replace him with somebody else.
Stop rage quitting.
Yeah. Number 1 rule.
Number 1. It's not fun.
Yes, as well as don't be an asshole.
All right, you know what I'm calling it. Jay's going 9-7 and win the division.
You think so?
I'm calling the
See, like, I want to
Panthers.
say stuff, but I
9-7.
don't want to be a jerk. You
Be
know? Like,
positive.
I don't want to say that.
Falcons got to run the table.
Like, I think this division's not the greatest. It'll be interesting to see who comes out of it. It's kind of one of these divisions where if they get into the playoffs, I wonder how they'll play. It'll be like a underdog team.
Well,
They could.
Falcons?
we can
You
move to the
said
NFC
Falcons?
East, and one of the 2 wildcard teams coming out of here will probably, will play one of them.
Well, let's just say that 3 teams in the NFC South. You know how you say like 3 teams in the NFC East are going to make the playoffs? I think 3 teams in the NFC South are going to have a top 10 pick. Let's just put it that way.
Oh my god, that's like, it's like
I think that's what's going to happen, at least this year.
that. I might have to agree. No, but Jay, he's gonna run the table. Putting the cards on Jay.
I think Jay plays against the Jaguars. Jay, I need you to win, man. I need you to take one for me.
Does he?
I need you to beat the Jags.
Turn it around.
He broke his freaking
That's why I play
fingers,
the
though, I think
Jags.
he told me. So.
I play the Jags
you?
next week.
I tried to play him, but he
See,
broke his fingers.
Yeah, he broke his finger, so he might be getting the force one. I don't know. We'll
He
see.
broke his fingers.
He
Damn.
broke his fingers.
Wait, has his fingers been broken since the league started?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Conspiracy theory. All right. I'm biased, so let's get everyone's opinion. Who's coming out of the NFC East?
Sure as
NFC.
hell
East.
ain't you.
You mean like who's winning?
Who's
or
gonna win the
gonna be
division?
in the playoffs from the NFC? Probably the Redskins.
I'm going Giants.
mean,
Redskins,
That's what I was
mean-
looking at Giants.
Redskins have allowed 122 points Giants have only allowed 81 with one extra game, bro, and scored more.
Redskins beat the Giants though. That's the Giants' only loss.
I don't care. I don't care. I do not care.
Well, let me see.
Giants
Okay,
come out
what
on top.
he just played against the Falcons, so he's got the Bucks. That should be a win. The Texans. I'm not sure about the Texans because he's a new guy. We'll see how that goes. Cowboys. Not sure about that. Eagles and Giants will both be tough games. Jags is going to be a win. Titans, it depends on who's on the Titans. And then Eagles again. He's got a tough schedule. Everybody in the NFC East has got a tough schedule.
Giants'
Yeah,
problem
pretty
is
stacked division, it actually
he
looks
didn't run. He doesn't run enough. That's the Giants' problem. He had 9 carries versus the Redskins.
He had 9 carries.
9 carries total.
Well, I gave him Sammy Watkins, so that's his running back now.
Sammy Watkins was on the team. He had 3 carries.
Was he on the team? You know,
Yeah.
sometimes the
Wait,
stats are
or was
weird.
he?
No. Sometimes the stats are weird, so I think that might be from my game that it's showing.
Possibly.
And I didn't really run much with Sammy Watkins, so I could see that being the case.
Alright,
I don't know though.
If I had to vote, I'd probably can't pick myself. I'd probably have to root on Loco. Just because his schedule, the end.
The cakewalk.
The cakewalk.
Pretty close to it.
Well, the Giants played this game against the 49ers yet or no?
Let's check. I don't think so.
Because he's got
no, he's in a
even
bye right now.
more brutal.
Yeah.
He's got even more brutal schedule than you, Derek, in these next couple weeks. Jesus. Hold on. Giants. No, yeah, he's got the 49ers. Okay, that's going to be a tough game. Then the Bucks is probably going to be a win. And then he's got the Eagles, and then the Bears, and then the Redskins.
Damn, he's got to play against
That's
Trey.
Yeah, so he's got, in 5 weeks, he's got the 49ers, the Eagles, the Bears, and the Redskins. That's freaking ridiculous.
4 tough games.
And then Titans,
Oh,
I don't know
depends.
if Zach's joining or somebody's joining. That could be tough. And then Colts, you know, that's going to be a W for the Colts at home,
We already know
obviously.
that.
And then and then the Cowboys.
That's right. That's right.
It's a tough schedule. Who do I got? I got Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Redskins, Cowgirls, Rams, Texans, Deadskins.
The Red Wipes.
Hail to the Redskins. Oh, dude, I wish I still had that picture when the Redskins played the Ravens with Kirk Cousins. Remember that meme I made long time ago? I'll
What,
find
Kirk
it.
Cousins up the middle shit?
Yeah, hey,
when
diddle
Robert
diddle,
Griffin
Kirk
got hurt?
Cousins up the middle.
The end of Robert Griffin's career.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
But now he's
Alright,
back on the Redskins.
look,
Now he's back on the Ravens.
I'm getting off topic. Alright, so what's the other division? East, so West, NFC West. Alright, yeah, I think we
Oh,
can,
we know who the punching bag of that
hey,
division is already.
We already know who the punching
king.
bag.
The king.
The King.
Don't get twisted.
Sorry, you're playing for the future.
I'm just generous
Like
to my
you're-
loyal subjects,
Like,
giving them some
you're having
wins,
a
making them
tough.
feel good.
You're having a tough year, but I think if you get a good draft pick, I think that you and the 49ers will probably have a good rivalry going forward.
Yeah, I'm excited. I need to get a lot better before I'm going to compete at him at not making the user errors. I've got a nasty habit of always using hit stick, and in this game, you
Yeah,
miss,
yeah.
you are screwed.
Yeah, I've actually worked on that. I did a really good job this past week of just running at him and pressing A rather than hit sticking all the time, and it actually really helped me out on defense. Not to give out big runs, because you
That's a
do
good
miss a
idea.
lot. You do miss a lot of hit sticks.
Oh yeah,
But like you have a really good D line. It's just your secondary is kind of shaky.
yeah, my
That's the
other
only thing.
secondaries. Though I mean, they came to play against. They got a bunch of picks against the Niners. I mean, I had 3, and I should have more. I dropped there were just some that I don't even know what happened. But
Got a really good core.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were shaky. Though.
Mm-hmm. Defensive line. We talked about this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Defensive line. We talked about this before, I'm pretty sure. Defensive line. We talked about this before, I'm pretty sure. 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 We talked about this before, I'm pretty
Yeah, and picking up Van Der Esch, I can move to a 3-4 now, or I can play a 3-4 now and feel solid. I'm pretty happy about that pickup.
Are you playing him at outside linebacker?
Looks like
No, middle linebacker.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like.
I guess
I
that
don't
makes
like
sense.
Reddick. I mean, I don't like him over Reddick or Smith on the outside. I mean, I guess maybe I could move him over Smith, but Smith is a what do you call that? Scheme fit. So I'm like, I'm sucking ass anyways. I might as well get the points for this.
bonus.
Who are
XP.
you? Who are you using?
I either user Reddick or now it's gonna be Van Der Esch.
He's fucking tall, so that's probably a good user.
Yeah, he's got 92 jumping too. Like that's insane.
Really?
That is really good. His only downside looks he's not the fastest, and he doesn't got the best agility, but I think you can make up for that.
Yeah, that's kind of why another reason why I like him in the middle is because I don't like the outside. I always like my outside linebackers to be really fast, like really quick. Just trying to stop the outside run.
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
is.
you freaking drafted Reddick when I was looking at him.
He's got a little low zone, but it doesn't matter if you're using him.
Yeah, exactly. Reddick, like probably the weakest point in my linebackers because of that. But I mean, he makes plays, so.
He's fast as shit though. Like if somebody tries to get to the outside, he's gonna be there for sure.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
just user error, and I gotta clean that up because it's been bad, especially that 63 to 3 or 63 to 6 game I just had. I mean, just riddled with user error.
When I saw it, I'm like, oh Jesus, I did not expect it to be
Snickerston.
that bad.
Who's Snickerston?
Dude, like
Welcome back.
he moved
Snickerston.
Collins to linebacker, and the freaking
Go
plays that he
Bears.
was making, like some of the picks
Gotta
that
be true.
Oh,
I had,
Yeah,
were just.
I was
stupid.
watching the Raiders
No.
game. He had like 2 or 3 picks against the Raiders guy with Collins. Does he user him?
He users them, yes, and then also like even when there's a couple that he wasn't, he'd gone on to like another, like I hiked it when he was like switching with his formation or whatever, and like I don't know, man, like Collins is just a cheat code this game. I think it's like his back was turned and he was getting he was getting picks, or like he had a couple where like I don't know. I thought this game, the whole thing,
Well,
was if the guy's back's turned, he doesn't make him play on the ball. But
Did you
he was.
did you play after the sim? I mean, after the update. Sorry, did you play after the update?
Yes, I think literally like an hour or so after it. Not
Okay,
that that
so
matters, but it's after,
what's
it's
kind of
after.
interesting is you see they changed the way corners play, like how they pick the ball off or whatever. I don't know if that's to do with usering. I know that has to do with the CPU. But see, like I'm
Yeah.
looking at Landon Collins, and he's fast, but he's only 6 foot. And he's only got 85 jumping.
So
You wouldn't know it,
I don't
man.
know.
I was like lobbing it over his head, and he was jumping up like he was freaking Olympic high jumper.
Kind of crazy. I wouldn't think about it, but think about that when looking at it. Yeah, he's just got a really good team. Like, I'm surprised he's doing what he's doing with freaking Darnold. He's got awful throw power. But it seems like he's just throwing it short all the time.
That's another thing we could do. Look at all the rookie quarterbacks.
Like, he was scheming well where he kept throwing these short routes, which is, I guess, what you got to do.
Yeah, he butters you up
You know what?
like with those short, and then he does some deep. I mean, but when he does that, it gives you the opportunity. Like I said, I mean, I think I had 3 picks. And they were ones he just threw up.
Yeah, Darnold, he's only got 89 throw powers. I mean, yeah, no, he's got 90 now. I guess he upgraded it one. So that's kind of weak.
Yeah, I bet you that was it. Because he does a couple of those like money play ones. I could tell he was trying to. He got like a couple. I mean, now that he has Tyreek, there was one that he got that was bombed.
I'm surprised he got Tyreek with his quarterback. It must be tough to use him correctly when you got a quarterback with such low throw power.
It's cool.
That's a trade. I don't know if I really wanted to
Yeah.
do at the time.
I don't know if you got rid of. I don't know why you got rid of Tyreek Hill. He's probably crazy.
Yeah.
Probably
He
absolutely
kept running
nuts.
that, what's that wide receiver quick? Last night against the Raiders.
Yeah, he just had a good game, but they kept throwing picks
Oh my
nonstop. It must
gosh.
have been like
It was
fucking
Turnover
10 picks in
City.
that game.
It's like Tony Romo. It also looks interesting that Darnold's number one. I mean, obviously no one's played all their games, but Darnold's leading the league with passing yards, and then number 4 is Josh Rosen. So 2 of the rookie quarterbacks, top 5.
I probably would have been up there if I didn't trade away Lamar Jackson. But now I got Kirk Cousins, who's got like 8 million interceptions. So he kind of, I mean, he was on the Jaguars before me, so
Ooh,
I'm kind of
okay.
stuck with him now.
Before I forget, it is off topic, but how do you do the contain? You know, everyone's saying like contain blitzes. I've seen
You
like
press the-
YouTube videos.
You press the left trigger and then you press RB.
Yeah.
Oh, left trigger. Okay, I never would have
Yeah,
guessed
it's
that.
like the it's the same function where you can pinch or spread your offense. I mean your defense, sorry, your defense, or like guess a play, like guess run or guess pass or whatever.
Oh,
It's in that
okay.
same area. Just you pressed RB on it. I didn't know it until recently too, because I was trying to figure out because I heard a lot of people talking about contain blitzes.
No,
And I'm like, I have no idea how to put my guys in the QB contain,
I want
and
to
so I
know
looked it
how you
up.
strip the ball after receiving a catch. That stupid animation where they just follow your guy and just punch the ball out.
Well, they're
Oh,
supposed to have
God.
reduced that in this update. That's what at least what it says.
Hopefully. Chances are EA getting that right. Unlikely. But, so, the last podcast, when I did by myself, I think I ended on week 5 of kind of predictions of what the league will look like. I don't remember if I'm anywhere close. I think I'm roughly close. But if you guys want, we could do some predictions for week 9 and the week 10. I can quickly run through some of these games. So,
Yeah, why not?
Predictions.
It's always
Yeah.
fun.
well, we already know
What about the
Jay's gonna
sports
run the
book?
table. So we got Buccaneers, Panthers. What do you guys think about that?
See, these are the interesting games because it's always the low record people, like the people that don't have good records. It's always interesting to see who wins those games. I'm gonna
Those
say
can
Jay
actually
pulls
be
it out.
wildly entertaining to watch too.
I know. I
Yeah,
would like to watch.
yeah. I'm gonna
it.
say Jay pulls it out though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jay. He's turning the season around.
He talked all that stuff at the beginning of the year,
He
talking about how
did.
he's coming and everything.
He said he's coming for
So you
everybody.
gotta
But
start showing it.
Chiefs and Browns
Is this week or next week?
this week. People who haven't played yet.
Okay, wait. Let me go see the line on that game according to Daddy Leagues.
Oh,
The
yeah, I could
Buccaneers
do
Panthers.
Fuck Madden.
The line is even. That's That's actually kind of makes sense. Nobody has an advantage. It's just down the line to pick them. And then what's the second game you said?
I said Chiefs Browns.
Chiefs Browns. I'll probably take the Chiefs in that. Oh, they're actually not playing. They're probably not playing.
Okay. So then the next game, Lions Vikings. That has not been played yet.
Chiefs are a 5-point favorite though. Lions and Vikings. I'll probably take the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings are a 6-point favorite.
You have to drop by Mason's house and drop off the check.
Okay,
You have enough?
I did. Thank you.
I think I'll take the Vikings too. Next game, Falcons Redskins. I think I have to take the Redskins.
Yeah, they're not playing either because of the whole hurricane thing.
Oh,
Falcons
they're not
got dipped
playing?
out of there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I do forgot. He
but
said
it's just
that.
Falcons. I mean, Redskins is a 17-point favorite for that game if they played it.
Chargers Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Think punching bag. Seattle Seahawks. Don't know. Don't know if I can trust him.
Yep, Chargers are a
I don't know.
6-point favorite. I'd probably choose them as well.
Rams Saints.
Are they? Yeah, they're playing. I think they're playing tonight or tomorrow.
Be be interesting game.
Patriots Packers might be playing tonight as well.
Patriots,
Patriots, well,
Packers.
name another puffball game. Man, look at you.
Shots fired.
You're gonna be posting about all your boys
Yeah,
afterwards.
Tyler Lockett gonna have 400 receiving yards.
Nah, probably gonna be.
How good is Packers? Because I know he was busting my balls earlier today.
Well, you guys know who the Packers guy is, right?
No,
He's only won one game that he's played.
You actually don't know who the Packers
You
guy
don't
is?
know. Well,
why not? No,
He's
not off the top of my head.
he's the Panthers guy from SOMF.
Oh, your favorite?
My favorite? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my favorite. I don't really.
all right, I'm
I
gonna go.
have no comment about that, but
I'm gonna go
I
Patriots.
think
or
Patriots are going to be able to win.
Titans, Cowboys,
Yeah.
and that's a Cowboys because there is no Titans.
That's going to be a force.
All right, we can. All right, you know what? Whoever has a chance to, I'm gonna segue into this. There is two. I don't know if anyone watched the previous podcast, All Lonely by Myself. Loco sent in 2 videos. Oh, well, there should be 2 videos because I don't know why this one hasn't sent. Loco, if you're still here, send me the other one against the Cowboys again because it looks like it's being shit and not letting me look at it. But we're gonna look at this Redskins Giants highlight.
Is it a bad thing that I'm not watching the stream?
Sorry, it's a bad thing you haven't seen any of the podcasts before.
Because I was looking at Madden, and I have Madden up, and then I have Daddy looked up on my laptop.
Touchdown, Washington. Devontae
fuck
Freeman.
out of
His second touchdown at the 25.
Hey, look, I didn't know how much
The
work it was going
20th
to be
carry
being the
now for
commissioner
Devontae
when I started
Freeman.
this league.
Nice footwork at the 25.
It's a lot.
Touchdown.
I have to manage so many people, so many angry people.
Devontae Freeman.
I have to manage all of them. I mean, I like doing it. It's just
Try getting
it's
people together
tough trying to
do
get
a
everybody's
podcast.
interest.
That's why I keep
Yeah,
getting
but it's just
canceled.
you have a set schedule, take it or leave it.
Next week, it's just gonna be me and Big Trey.
Oh, that'd be wildly entertaining.
Big Trey is
Probably
fun.
listen to that guy talk for as long as he wants. That's hilarious.
That's stupid.
Have you heard Big Trey?
All right, is
No,
he
just
online?
via chat.
He always freaking joins our parties every time he's in a
Yeah.
game. Every time he's in a game, he joins our
He's
parties.
great. I think he's still. He might be in the stream. Someone joined and said "Go Bears," and it's not any relations to Big Trey, I guess. But
He was just some random guy.
I'm on the Bears bandwagon. I mean, I want my boy Gally Kane to win probably, but I mean, shoot, if it's them, if they come up against each other, Big Trey all the way.
Big Trey. I've been a Big Trey supporter since the very beginning.
Yeah. Big Trey for president.
Big Trey for president. I mean, he declared himself. He's
unfortunate.
got to back it up. I mean, his boy quit the league, and then he still stayed in because he talked too much trash.
Well, if I can get that video working of that Redskins Cowboys game, I'll show it to you guys next week. But remember, if you guys have any cool clips, send them in to me. Just send them on an Xbox message, and then I can show
I guess
them on
it's
here.
a good way because I'm not particularly sure how to do it, so maybe this would be helpful for someone listening. What's like the process of saving the clips and like doing all this so you can have these for if we stream and whatnot?
So I don't know if I can show it on mine, but if everyone
Are
can
you talking about like
see-
longer clips?
Wait, if you're talking about a regular clip or a longer clip, because I can show
Well, I
you-
mean, either
If
just
you
the
can-
game, or do you like prefer just highlights, or what's the
It-
like, what should
highlights
people
are
be
fine.
like trying to say for you?
Any
would say
clip
six-
that they feel that's worth. I mean the Redskins clip that you guys just did not see. It was a pit. There was a toss to the right. He spun one guy out and ran 30 yards.
Okay.
So
So I know you can change how long your
You
recording
can.
is. So for like, if you just want like a short clip, I'd say just keep it on like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can record after something crazy happens if you want to submit that. And then you can also do what's the long? Do you know what the longest you can record a clip is?
I know I
You
have
do like half
mine.
an hour.
I think I have mine on 45 seconds. Yeah. 2 minutes is the longest clip you can make, but
Really? I thought it was longer than that.
that's a clip. Like the Xbox record that thing.
Oh, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the longest you can do, so that's not really. I mean, I don't know.
That's if you set
I
it
guess you
up.
can always make. Yeah, I guess you can always do a VOD on Mixer and then just submit that.
Oh yeah, it's another thing. I was telling this to Derek earlier. So if you guys want to stream your game, and then if you can't, because when you stream, you can't record a clip. If you remember the play, but obviously you can't record it, remember the play, and then enable VODs on your mixer, so then I can go back through and then I can record over your recording and have that screen or have that highlight. So if you do stream, enable VODs, and then we can get your highlight on here, and you can still stream at the same time. So it's a little nifty way around it. Oh yeah, I'll show everybody the way. So go to recent captures after you get a clip, and because I have my Xbox set up for not uploading automatically, but you hit share and then message, and then you send it to me, and that's how you do
Okay.
it.
Cool. All right. And then those recent clips, they'll stay there for a bit, right? Like, so someone's
Oh yeah,
after
they
the
say
game,
there. You can go
they
all
can
the
just
way
go through
back.
the
As I
clips
should
if they.
say. I think coming out of the
I-
NFC,
They say that forever. I can go look at your clips right now, actually, probably if I wanted to.
fumble, and the Texans scoop it.
Oh, right on. That's
And then
cool.
you go to message. But how you upload it is upload to Xbox Live, and then you do it. So I don't know what that clip was. Apparently, that was me playing somebody on my Xbox. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I do remember that. I think I had a hurdle that game. But anyway, so that is how you get your clips to me. Anybody have any questions? Just ask. I'll answer them and help you as much as I can. So that's not an issue. And then anything
Oh,
else?
this is a
anybody wanna
tutorial
talk about?
podcast.
Yeah,
I've learned how to
tutorial
contain.
podcast.
I've learned how to post clips.
Shoot, we're gonna get
God.
trades in here. Then we'll get I don't know what else can we learn in podcast 3. We could do like a practice session of how to stop fake.
All right, I have an
screen view.
interesting question. I kind of have to go soon, but I have an interesting question for you guys. Who would you guys say is the biggest like
Big
gem
trade.
you found on your team? Obviously, it's kind of tough, Colts, because you just got your team. But the rest of you, who do you think is like the biggest gem you found? Some guy you drafted like mid to late.
Jam it and then
It's
MVP.
turned out really good for you.
Can I go first?
So like,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Sure.
Devin Kajust.
Devin
Juice. Juice.
Five
Who the hell is
catches,
that?
310
Dude.
yards, 3
Dude.
touchdowns.
You didn't watch
Blasphemy.
Hard Knocks.
Blasphemy.
You didn't watch Hard
Blasphemy.
Knocks.
You're not watching Hard Knocks. Actually, that's the
No,
worst
I
show on
haven't.
television.
You're right, but anyway, him and his rocks.
Like,
He's a
come on.
I'm so
matchup
sick. I'm so
nightmare.
sick of like every single guy getting cut.
Oh, that's
Wait,
I'm
wait,
so
wait.
sick of it.
I don't even know who that is. What's his name?
He's like
Good
he's
juice.
Devin Kajust. He's a tight
Devin
end. He has like
Kajust.
he's like 89.
He's got
90 speed.
Damn, I didn't know he had 90
yeah, one of his-
speed.
So you didn't
They
move
have-
him. He was actually.
Yeah, he's a
That's
tight
He was
end.
actually a tight end.
He's a tight end.
Yeah, he's a tight end. He was a big
Jesus, like
tight end on Hard Knocks for the Browns.
They sadly.
You make the
Try-hard type
team?
guy. No. Anybody on
end.
Hard Knocks. So I don't like that goddamn show.
Yeah,
If they're shown, they don't make it. Even Carl Nassib, who's like a stud.
yeah.
I
Well,
was like,
he
how's
got
that guy not gonna make
he
it?
got released
6'7"
because they
beast.
wanted to sign somebody apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause I was wondering. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yeah, he's not going to be the starter, but like, that's a quality guy to come in.
The Browns are a
They picked-
mess.
Yeah, seriously, the Browns are gonna be the Browns.
All right,
I don't know. They put up a good fight though against Pittsburgh.
since you gotta
Good
leave
game.
soon, who would
Pittsburgh.
your gem on your
My
team?
gem. Well, Well, I can definitely say. I don't think. I mean, I kind of drafted Robbie Anderson early, but he's a lot better than I expected him to be. And then both my safeties, I knew that they were going to be good, but they upgraded like crazy. I got two. They're like mid 80s now through the season, which is crazy. But I got to say the biggest gem is my man, Mike Hilton. He's some random ass guy corner I drafted in probably in the 20s or so as my number 2, and he now is all the way up to 92 zone. I just got like super lucky with my upgrades. Like, do you guys have any idea who this man is? Mike Hilton?
Mike Hilton. He's short as hell.
I've heard about him from college football, but that's about it.
Mike Hilton.
I don't
I
don't even know what team he's on.
want to say. Fuck, I remember the name.
I mean, he
I
had
say
2 picks.
UCF.
Oh,
What?
college.
Or I
He
might
went
be
to Ole
totally
Miss.
wrong.
To Ole Miss.
Yeah, he went to Ole Miss.
He's
Okay,
on
I
the
was totally
He's on
wrong.
the Steelers.
Okay, that makes me not like
Oh,
it as
hang
much
on,
now,
hang on.
but
No, Mike
we'll
Hilton
go
is a
with it.
American football corner for the Pittsburgh Steelers. National Football League. He plays college football, University of Mississippi, and signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars as undrafted free agent in 2016. So last year he played for the Jaguars, or 2 years ago he played for the Jaguars, and then he's on the Steelers now. Oh, hang
Well,
on. Did he?
I mean, now-
didn't he have a pick against the Browns?
I don't know. But I know that now that I have Jimmy Smith, he's my slot corner, and he played really well against the Steelers. He got 2 picks. Really nice picks. Other than that, I don't know. Like, really low overalls. Nobody really crazy. I mean, I guess I drafted Bo Scarborough thinking that he could be a beast for me, but he sucks. He's so
Well,
bad. He can't do
Graham-
anything.
I drafted Brian Body Calhoun, and he was on his way to be Defensive Player of the Year, but I traded him.
Shit. I got.
Who'd you trade him to?
He had 4 or 5 picks in the first 3 weeks with 2 sacks.
It's pretty good. It was your slot corner.
Yeah.
How about you, Derek? Who'd your gem of your team be?
I'd have to look. I think I'm like sitting here, kind of looking at my team. My corner, so not. I don't think I have Grimes, but my second corner, the guy that got all the picks, has actually worked out pretty well for me. Which
Who,
I thought
Seymour?
yes, Seymour, that guy. That's probably my
Got
gem.
93 speed.
I mean,
Average
he's like done really well for me, surprisingly.
60 catching.
Haven't seen more. Too bad he's only normal.
It
I'm
would've been nice
terrified.
for him to be a quick.
You know, I'm terrified of these guys because I saw a post on Reddit that showed what position and stats you need. I don't know if you guys saw this, but what position and stats you need. I'll link it if I can. What position and stats you need to go up or down in development.
Yeah, I know what
Dom
you're
just
talking
sent me
about.
that. Dom
Yeah.
just sent me that. That's funny.
So, you
I'm
know,
gonna lose
like,
all my
All
dad.
cornerbacks are gonna get decrease in all their because their goals on like what tackles and deflections. Like
Is
I
it
think that
really?
is so stupid.
yeah, but it's
And like
relative. The thing is-
linebackers go off of interceptions and something
Tackles
else.
and deflect. Oh shit! I might actually do all right.
Yeah, the thing is though, it's relative to everybody else. So the only thing is like you're really lucky to get Van Der Esch because he's probably going to go up to like star because he was on the Colts for all those sim games. So I think is he still the leading tackler? Yeah, he's still the leading tackler in the NFL. So anybody who gets sims actually kind of has. I don't really like that because anybody who gets sims has an advantage because their guys are going to be up in tackles, and that's one of the major stats for linebackers.
He's
So I'm
tied
pretty sure.
with the-
I'm pretty sure
Well,
Van Der Esch
Dory-
is going to be star after this year.
Adoree Jackson is second in tackles on my team. So if cornerbacks get their ratings boosted by tackles and deflections, he probably could be a boost.
Well, it's relative to the rest of the league. So, like for example, like okay, so like any of the top linebackers. So let's say Kuechly, like where is Kuechly on this list? He's not anywhere near the top. Yeah, he's not anywhere near the top. I don't even know what team he's on. Here he is.
Cowboys.
He's got 36. He's on the Cowboys. He's below Shaquem Griffin. Let's just put it to you that way, okay? He's below Shaquem Griffin, so he's probably definitely going to be going down from superstar. So it's really scary with the developments. I don't really think developments matter as much as people think.
Well, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I mean, on all my things, all my like sims, a bunch of guys lose it. So I almost now I look at these players differently in terms of like, superstar doesn't just, well, maybe superstar, but like quick. If it's quick and a normal, and the normal guy has like much better of the harder stats to get, I think I'm starting to look at that normal a little better, like a little more.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends because Scheme Fit gets you a shit ton of extra XP. So if you can put somebody, stick somebody, if you can stick somebody in Scheme Fit,
Scheme Fit's crazy.
that's important. And like some of these guys, like the top guys, like Trey Flowers is a leading sack guy. He's quick, so he probably will end up going up to star. But the thing is, it's based off two stats, like you said, DBs or corners were picks and deflections. So it's your relative position. So let's say you're first in picks, but you're like 20th in deflections, then your average rating is 10. So it's based off that. So it's both of them combined. So it's not just one stat. So that's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
It'll just be cool to see where everybody goes this year in terms of development. Who goes up, who goes down, stuff like that.
Let's see. Alright, I think it's on the Madden Reddit.
Yeah, if you guys can look at that sometime, it's pretty interesting to read
Let's see
through.
if I can see it on here.
I think 1 through 5 is the superstar threshold. You have to be 1 through 5 average to get up. But the other thing they said is you can only raise up one development or lower one development per year. So if you're quick, you cannot go up to superstar, even if you're number 1 in everything.
Oh, wow.
You can only go up to star, and then the next season, if you get it again, you go up to superstar.
Oh, not on this. Maybe. I don't like the desktop version.
I really don't like that change. I mean, I've gotten kind of used to the new progressions and whatnot, but I don't like that you can lose the superstar.
I'm with you. I don't like it either.
Wish this
Yeah,
was
I don't like it
better.
either because there's so much more than just stats. Like,
Yeah, like if you do, I mean, just because you could be like the best player in football, but your team sucks, and like, I don't
my
know.
mic fell. Yeah, there's so much more than just
This is
stats. Like,
just-
just because you don't lead in tackles doesn't mean you're really helping out your team. The thing is, like, I mentioned this before the league started, and I'm gonna have to go after this, but I want to say I think what they did this year is made franchise a much better experience for people who are doing leagues without 32 users.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah, I
Because-
agree.
4
with you.
people would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because if you're doing that, most of the games are being simmed, right? So, but the only weird thing about that is like if you're playing with 4 people and most of your games are being simmed and you're only playing like 6-minute quarters, you're not gonna have. I mean, maybe passing, but especially defense, you're not gonna have nearly as many tackles as any of those people that on the games that are being simmed.
Well, I mean, in our 4-man league, like Dom, Zach's, and our other buddies, and mine, obviously, we play against all the computers.
Yeah, I know, but the computers that are playing against other computers.
Oh, you're saying this? Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think you
Yeah.
meant like human sim.
No. Like when the computers play against other computers, they always have more tackles than everybody else, right? That's why Vander Esch
Yeah,
has
you're right.
the best tackles in the league. So it's just interesting to think about. But either way, I still think they balanced the whole game in terms of that. I don't think the way it is right now is that great for a 32-man league. I almost wish there was just a different setting, like more customization to it.
Alright, back to.
But you know,
I
man.
agree on that.
All right, I gotta go, guys. Though.
Alright, see
Alright.
ya.
Nice being a part of the
Same.
podcast.
I gotta
Sorry.
leave real quick.
Alright, man.
All right.
Later,
I hope
guys.
to be back in the future. I will be. I'll see you later.
See ya. Now, you know who's been a beast for me? It's my gem would be this guy named Kamoko Torre. I think he's on the Colts in real life.
Kamoko Tor. Yaya's younger brother.
Well, actually, that's Colo, but
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing.
it's third brother. Kamoko Torre he's a freaking beast. I hope he wins Rookie of the Year. Well, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
And what position did you say it was?
Right in.
Oh, okay.
He's a
What's his
monster.
stats look like?
13 and a half sacks.
He's a
Oh,
monster.
Jesus. 13 already?
Yeah, man. He was leading the NFC,
guys-
but then I have a bye, and then Kelly Kane had a couple with Jadavion.
Dude, leave those freaking quarterbacks alone, man. You're being
Dude.
mean.
Well, then I just added Noosa. So, you know,
Ooh.
we're going to be coming both ends. Going to do a shout out. I'm looking to trade Willie Henry, so if anyone's watching the podcast, Willie Henry is up for grabs. But yeah, Kamoko, he's been a beast. He's been an absolute beast. He's getting a confidence booster. That's how good he's playing. I can check. I don't know last week who won the weekly awards. Le'Veon Bell, Landon Collins. 3 interceptions.
Dude, he's so dumb. So dumb.
Robbie Anderson, 9 receptions, 262.
Did I get any player of the weeks this year? Did
This year, let's
Zeke
see.
get one? I feel like I had one
Oh, you
week
did.
where he
You got
dominated.
Zeke, week 4,
There we go.
24
Yeah.
carries, 147 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, 6 receptions, 52 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. Damn, he had 5 touchdowns. Same week.
Yeah, he went off that game.
Same week. Carson Wentz had Offensive Player of the Week.
Oh, shit.
Tim, how many?
He had 2.
He had 2 what? Let's see. 2 Offensive Player of the Weeks.
Yeah.
He did.
And now he's fell off a little bit.
Damn, how many Offensive Player weeks or offense? I have Matthew Stafford 1, Ted Ginn 2, Kamoko 3, Matthew Stafford and Kamoko 5. Damn, I have 5 Offensive and Defensive Player awards. Better watch out for them birds. Dude, he's a beast. Someone threw an
Bird
incomplete
gang.
pass. Alright. Anything else anybody wants to bring up?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, no. I mean, top of my head.
Unless Big
kinda,
Trey wants to come into the.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
we're
mean.
big trade.
I want to hear the back and forth
Let me see if he's
between the
online.
two Super Bowl contenders.
Let's see. He's not online. Where you at, Big Trey?
Come on, Big Trey.
See if
We
he's
need you in
appearing-
our life.
There goes him. Let's see if he's appearing offline. Big Trey, you gotta get in here. See if he's ghosting us. There's no way I believe that 7 people are still in here. I thought this would be Ghost Town again. That's only when I'm by myself, though. I guess when little help this time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do a little shout out to Daddy Leagues. I don't know if anybody still watching the podcast or you're gonna watch it before. I didn't catch the last one, but our league does use Daddy Leagues, and if anyone still doesn't use Daddy Leagues, use it. It is like awesome resource. You can go to your team. You can check your players out.
Order some hookers.
Order some
everything.
hookers. Order some Papa John's. Look at some rules. You know. Oh yeah, the rules
Yeah,
are here
look at some
too.
rules. ...
Yeah, really.
I don't think anyone read the rules this year. It's so funny when people are like, "What?
What's
We
the
can still
rules?
trade?" Yep, it's been there since day one.
Yes, you could still trade.
You can trade up until you're in the playoffs. And if you're in the playoffs,
Cut off.
you can't trade until you're done. But you can if you're not.
It's pretty cool. I didn't know Daddy Leagues did a game of the week feature.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either.
The game of the week was Raiders 49ers. I would have to agree that was probably the game of the week. It also has a playoff picture. It's pretty cool. Not for long. Me number one. Oh, it has
Yeah, I'm looking at that now.
it
That is
has
cool.
if you go to the homepage, it also has stats as well. Stats.
It's kind of cool too. I mean, we haven't done it, but I mean, you can really customize the Daddy Leagues like an insane amount.
Oh yeah.
Some of these old leagues, people have been using it for forever. I've got crazy things that they do.
We have a timer. I didn't even know we have a timer. We have a timer. Next advance, 1 day, 6 hours, 25 minutes, and 23 seconds. That's pretty cool.
How have we been doing on the advance? How do we know like how many times we've done a quick advance?
I want to say we've at least done it 2 or 3 times. I think yesterday was a quicker. Are you saying like? Because I think advance is at 1 p.m. Pacific. Are you saying like earlier than 1
Like
p.m.
2 days or
Oh, okay. No, I don't think we have anything absurdly quick. Maybe the first week or two we had like a day.
okay, yeah. I mean, because that's one thing I've noticed. I've been like pretty stoked about is the league. It seems like everyone's getting their games in. And,
Yeah.
which is like super cool.
Everyone who can.
I mean, to be expected, I guess, at the beginning of Madden.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I know in Soft, like sometimes it was like pulling teeth trying to get people to schedule their games.
It was like pulling teeth. Zach had a tough time.
Yeah, that's why he hasn't gotten the game yet. I'm pretty sure. I think he got so burnt out being commissioner. Like he was like, I just need a break.
It would be pretty
But,
cool if he get in here.
Yeah, he's gonna like he said before he left, and we've been trying to bust his balls and get him to buy the game early, but his whole like idea was after he gets back from Bermuda, he was gonna get the game, and then one of our other buddies got it, and he was like saying he was gonna wait for him to get it. So now Zach has no excuse.
No excuse. Nowhere to run.
Nowhere to run. We'll see. We'll see how he does too, because I mean, normally he's pretty dang good.
Tell you it's
But
different.
new Madden. See how he adjusts. He used to. It's funny because like last Madden, which is I mean I guess normal because it's essentially what the meta was at the end. He just like ran, but like perennially for years and years, Zach has been like the big pass guy. But now that the game's tilted more towards that, I'm excited to see if he's gonna go back to being super pass heavy again.
I think he would. I mean, everyone runs so weird when you start playing. They just run so goofy. So
Yeah,
running is still kind
well, it's
of
like
difficult.
getting used. It's getting used to that not using turbo, and like because last year I mean obviously it's always run game's always been about not using turbo but like this game I feel like it's even more like sometimes back in the day where you'd hit turbo to like burst through. This time you still shouldn't a lot of the time. Just keep running.
Should definitely like cool your jets. Just like how I describe it is like how Le'Veon Bell runs in real life. You almost want to be that kind of cautious, wait till the hole opens and then go.
Yeah, and like wait till the hole go and then like burst through and then take off the turbo again. Like it's
Oh,
weird.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so weird. Like I'm just not used to. Like usually when I hit turbo, it's like boom, okay, I'm on turbo. Like
Hmm.
it's till the end of the play. It's just totally. I like it though. I mean, I know it's not like as good as last time, but I've enjoyed the run. Other than Niners, I mean, no one's really stopped me other than him. People have like, slowed me down or whatnot, but only been one person that's absolutely like
Yeah,
just shut it down.
Zeke's been a beast for you.
Yeah, now I wonder, that was another thing that Ravens was kind of DMing me, about my team. He was like, oh, maybe make some trades and whatnot, and he brought up Zeke as a possibility, and I don't know. I just don't think I could let him go. I think he's the only reason I'm able to run in this game.
Yeah.
But who knows?
He's more of a. I thought he was more of a agile back, but I guess. Yeah, I guess
He's
he is.
thunder and lightning all in one. He
Dude,
trucks people, he jukes people, he catches the ball. He's just shocking.
Zeke's my boy. Zeke is my boy.
That guy.
Loved him at Ohio
I'm
State.
definitely guilty as charged saying that the Cowboys were idiots when they drafted Zeke. It's like, what are they doing?
Well, like
Who was it a linebacker or a pass rusher that they passed up? That was like, I could have sworn. I remember there was somebody
I'm
that they
curious
passed up to
now.
get Zeke, and I was like, what?
Curious. Was it 2017? 2016 NFL draft.
16.
Sure, NFL.com. Let's see what you got to offer. How did your team do? Texans got a B minus apparently, back in 2016.
Was it Joey Bosa they skipped over? Oh no, it wasn't. It was Jalen
No, he was
Ramsey.
great. Jalen Ramsey. That's what it was. I
Was
thought.
it Ramsey?
I mean, it's Ramsey. It's Ramsey. Because
Because golf wins.
not sitting here saying that was that like.
No, it wasn't
groundbreaking,
Ramsey.
but I
It was
thought he was
Bosa.
good. No,
No,
Bosa
Bosa
went.
was
Bosa went
before.
3.
He was right before.
Oh,
was
you're
drafted
right.
right
You're
before.
right.
Yeah, Ramsey was out because I thought
Getting
Ramsey
around.
should have won. I wanted Carson Wentz as a Rams fan,
No.
and I thought Jalen Ramsey was the best player in the draft, and
He
I
definitely
thought
proved
Bosa
it.
was good. I did not expect Bosa to be that dominant though.
Both of them. Damn, Ravens had a top pick that year. Ronnie Stanley hasn't really done anything. DeForest Buckner has been pretty good.
Yeah, how has Stanley worked out? I mean, has he been at least solid? That's the thing about tackles is generally when you get them, they're not like.
Well, especially like a left tackle, where you want
names.
them to be the cornerstone of your franchise. So they don't bitch about him a lot. I tell you that. I can tell you when they bitch.
Yeah, true enough. I guess he wasn't
Oh,
like
Vernon.
Cam Robinson or whatever. Hasn't he been a pretty big bust?
I don't remember their.
Or at least according to
previous-
Madden, because they they have him so bad.
I thought Vernon Hargreaves was going to be very good.
Yeah, me too. God, I still like him in this game. Talk about like a
He got
receiver
injured.
corner that you can get kind of late.
over the weekend.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he
on injured
did?
reserve now.
Yeah, he's on the IR.
That sucks.
Oh, the Falcons definitely got hit by the injury bug. They got Deion Jones
Neil,
and Neil both. They lost.
And then
two
wasn't,
huge pieces.
Trufant out for like 2 quarters. I think he came back though.
Yeah, he did come back. That game was crazy. I wish I could show it on here, but that game, end of the Falcons Eagles game, reminded me so much of like that playoff game because it ended to the last play of the game, and the Matt Ryan threw it up to Julio, just different side of the end zone. At one side, Jalen Mills, or last year Jalen Mills covered it, and then this year Ronald Darby covered it. Brought me back memories. Super Bowl champions. But enough of real, not fun league. This is Uncle Jerry's league.
This is Uncle Jerry.
Uncle Jerry. What a trooper. Funny guy. Maybe one time we can get him on here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'd love to like know the story behind that.
I thought I
Meet the
told you
man, myth,
last
the legend.
time.
I think he's just like like an uncle, right? Just like a
Yeah,
funny uncle.
pretty much a funny uncle. But I think we're at his pool. Yeah, we're at. I don't remember when. I don't know if it was a party or some sort. But we're at a pool, and Uncle Jerry was there, and he's talking about having a sports podcast at the pool. so so you have like beers and chicks coming out and giving you cards, having a sports podcast at the pool, and that's how like the whole podcast thing came along. But he's just a goofy guy, goofy uncle.
That's awesome. Gotta love the goofy uncles.
I know he's a gambler. He can't stay away from the casinos.
What's his game of choice?
You know what? I don't know. He's not my uncle. I just call him Uncle Jerry.
Oh damn, we gotta get Jerry in here. We gotta give him a little interview. Like,
I
hey
know.
man, we got a league named after you. We gotta know about you now.
He's got season tickets to the Ravens. I'll tell you that. Raisins. Gosh, I don't hate the Ravens, but I actually go on. What's your guys' team? You just said yours was the Rams. Moby, what's yours?
Yep.
I'm a Patriot fan, so
Oh, that's why you're quiet when I'm talking about them birds. I gotcha.
what do you mean quiet?
It's all right.
You didn't hear the crickets going off.
All right, what do you guys think? We can wrap this up. What do you guys think for the next podcast? Any ideas other than Big Trey? Because he's not wanting to come on here because he's not responding. Big shocker.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be curious. Like, I mean, it's his
he
kind
doesn't
of.
wanna put.
Sorry,
I'm
go
not even gonna speak on that actually.
Probably wise. Probably wise.
Great, Big Trey.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of like doing the just state of the league like we've been doing, kind of matchups. It's in this kind of middle of the season, it's hard to really have too many topics other than kind of like the playoff race
Yeah.
and
Been going
know,
on pretty
like-
long though. At least an hour. Over that, hour and a half,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah, for sure. I mean, we got a lot of topics in. I mean, we basically talked about everybody's team. I think maybe we glossed over a couple of people, but
Yeah.
it would be kind of cool maybe like come up with those sleepers or something, or like maybe have like who was your best, like who's the best player that you picked up high, who do you maybe regret the most, like we maybe would have went a different direction,
Yeah.
stuff like that, like
Well, we could look at injuries.
because I know
I don't know if anyone else got injured.
that's a big thing. That's something we should have talked about with Ravens here, because I know he's
Oh, he was
a
heated.
proponent for loosening it up.
He was heated. I was when we were all talking about that. I was talking to him on here, and he was like, "We need to raise it more," and he was so aggressive with it. I'm like, "Dude, you just gotta take little steps. Little steps. You don't want to
Yeah,
raise it so
That's
high."
my thing. When I was talking to you, I was like, dude, like, why do you want everyone to get injured so bad? Like, I'm down to get injuries, but like, you don't want to overdo it and then have, half the league have half their players gone or something.
And then he said, "Well, if you don't want anyone being injured, then why do you have injuries?" I'm like, "No, that's not the point."
That's not at all what we said. We're saying, baby, like, move it up slowly. Don't overdo it. I'd rather underdo it than overdo it.
I mean, to be fair, no one is injured yet, so
It is. Well, it looks like it. They might have changed how this all works. I mean, I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe it is like we have to keep it at normal. Like
what is normal?
maybe they've finally. I
Is
want
it
to say
50?
50. I want to say 50. Because I mean, you guys know how last
Oh
year's
my
was. I
gosh.
mean, 30. Like 30, you're gonna get injuries every game.
Get
even
sneezed
even
on.
user. Yeah, I mean, You know, in injury, you could have a 99 injury. It didn't mean anything. And the toughness and all that.
Yeah,
Well,
toughness plays a
toughness,
part.
I actually did notice toughness a little bit because that was how long you were injured for.
Yeah.
So I did notice that. Actually, I shouldn't say that didn't mean anything. But injury rating, I thought was pointless last year. So, you know, like when Ravens was saying, he's like, yeah, you know, it should mean something. I'm like, yeah, I agree. It should mean something. That's on the devs, not on us.
100% agree. Not gonna get an argument. What do you think, Moby? What's your thoughts about injury rating?
Uh, I've played in a couple franchises in the past couple of years. I haven't really had any injury problems, honestly, at all.
Yeah.
So I
Generally,
don't
if you
really.
user your games, which everyone's been doing, you don't get many injuries. I mean, and now that we're doing the no sim injuries, then, you know, obviously you're not going to get any injuries then.
I think
I've always noticed that, like,
no sim injuries
good
are
players don't get players.
really good. Don't think it should be changed because you guys had it last
Yeah,
year.
I was a big. Well, remember, it wasn't at first, and it was Dom and Zach were against me, and then thank God everyone complained, so then I could change the rule. But I mean, I just can't. I just the principle of it, like, you know, for the person that wants to play, and you know, like, you know, all of us here, like at least three of us here, like none of us sound to have injury problems, probably because we know not to take like hit sticks and get our quarterback down before he gets blasted. You know, there's like the things you just know what to do not to get an injury. But like the sim, I mean, what if I wanted to play and the guy couldn't play me, and then I lose like half my players because the sim, like that's crap. Like,
That's bullshit.
you know, like, and it seemed to be like happening to people, and it sucks. Like you're in a playoff run, a guy's out of like contention and just says, okay, like, you know, you can have the force, I'm out of town or some BS, and you lose like, you know, your number one guy going into the playoffs. It's like, dude, this sucks. Like,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have happened, or like, you know, you would have sat him or something, you know,
Something.
or even if it's yeah, like sometimes it's not a force win, so you can't sit your guy because you want the win. I always err on I'd rather less injuries in one of these than more, but I mean, I definitely agree with Ravens. That was the thing, was I think getting lost in translation a little bit, was like, I'm not saying I don't think that injuries should like not go up now. Like we definitely need zero injuries is not okay. But
the EA might have tweaked it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
So I still don't want to jump all the way up to 50, but
yeah. Well, maybe I wonder like if there's a help chat or something, maybe just Reddit. If people have done like the research, you know how some people do the like tons of games and they write it all down.
Yeah,
maybe someone will know.
Troopers. I couldn't even imagine doing all that. Well, you know what? Most of it they could do it all on the computer because Madden's now on the PC, and they could just somehow they can modify the data, and all they got to do is transfer it over to a spreadsheet or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
They go into like the data files, do some crazy shit.
Damn. Oh, all right. So should we just wrap this one up?
Yep, we're gonna wrap it up. I
Yeah.
think we're we're kind of spitting at the air here, so.
Yeah,
But-
definitely.
But I think it went pretty well. So, everybody, thank you if you're still here. This is going to conclude podcast 3 of Uncle Jerry's podcast, Uncle Jerry's Leagues podcast. And remember, if you have any clips, send them to me, and then we can play them on here. Sorry, Loco. For some reason, it would not let me play the Redskins vs. Cowboys clip. I could explain what happened. Redskins threw a pick to the Cowboys defensive tackle in quarterback spy. So, if you guys were looking for that, sorry. But anyway, keep playing your games. Don't rage quit. That's no fun for anyone. And have fun. See ya.